start.
Yeah, maybe going to try and make things a little bit more surprising for their opposition. If you're expecting these slower plays, then let's try and pick up the pace a little bit. And they are. They're going straight up for an execution into this A site. And with the smokes already down, I don't think there's much that can be done. The only risk is Yuppie. What? That is ridiculous. Magnum's just been owned, but there's been a quick response.
What the hell was that from Yampy? We said this guy's a participant in most opening duels, and he's setting records right here, at least attempting to. Team Liquid having a retake now. Spike down in the open, but here's the problem. You've still got Snake Bites? What? Snake Bites to play against. As you come back in for this retake, they've got to be aggressive. They've got to be fast. We were talking to Yassine about this earlier, but that leads them right into the hands of Durka, who shuts down the first. A 4 versus 3. Time is ticking. Another Snake Bite lands. That's it. Utility's gone, but they've already delayed so much time. They've got the man advantages. Cryptix has taken double damage, which makes it all too easy. With Scream on 40 HP, there's pretty much no way that this goes the way of Team Liquid. The pistol round is FNATIC's, and Scream falls to close it out.
God, I don't mind the response from Liquid in the early round, especially Yumpy just trying to get in on the action as soon as possible. And as I said, disrupt the plan from FNATIC. The fact is, though, it's one of those situations where they are just so good the second they get into an afterplant. That I'll be honest with you, Mitch, the second that spike went down, I was like, good luck. Like, that's where I start to almost be in disbelief. And I was actually expecting Scream to maybe be a little bit more aggressive. Like, he was on that A site the entirety of the time. I was thinking, okay, when is this man going to go through the smoke and try and stop them? He waits for the retake, fair enough, but it just doesn't work out.
And I have to say, the way that we see the counter of that kind of play come through, as we said, was that fast, aggressive play. But the problem is FNATIC, they set themselves up in these positions for post plants where they can consistently trade out. Now, right away in the start of this round, we've got a kill coming in for the defensive side. They've gone for 4 bookies outside of that pistol. That's going to make it very hard to go for a retake if they set up in post plants. They can initiate nothing but long-range engagements, and for Liquid, that will be very, very bad. Already, the utility has been set up, but halfway diffused. It's not even landed yet. That's dangerous. What? He missed it all the way. He's just stuck it. Oh, what a mistake. FNATIC weren't set up on time for the post plants, and even though the kills come their way in the end, they've lost the round. That's absolutely ridiculous, Tom. I was waiting, like I see him go for the stick, and I'm like, it's all right. The snake bite is about to land. It's about to. It's on its. No, it's come. No, where is it?
See, Yassine earlier was saying, like, oh, yeah, if they know the counter to this sort of play, then, you know, that maybe they'll be able to take this one. Well, I don't even think he would have predicted that. Just, you know what, the plan all along is what you do is you defuse before any of the utility lands. Then it can't stop you.
You don't expect it. You never, ever expect that. And with 4 bookies as well, they stood no chance in the ranged fights. If anybody peeked on mid, it was the easiest set of kills of their life. It looks like FNATIC want to do the same thing, but they're running right into Phantoms this time. Scream, only good for 1. Okay, nade goes down. That's going to do a lot of damage to Soul because it pushes him into the open. Free kill, stun is good, Link is down. Oh my god. FNATIC, they bounce back. And Mystic is already in, or should already be on his way to those post-line positions the second that he puts that spike down because he's got the snake bites. But he decides to stay on the side with his teammates, get the heal off Sky. Doesn't want to play the low HP game. Inside the smoke, the spam is good. And Mystic, oh, thankfully he's able to get that done, leaving Yampy by himself. And I could feel that kill going his way. I felt it in my gut. But 2-1 we go. FNATIC. It made the recovery on what was a... I don't even have the word in my vocabulary to describe that second round. I really don't.
I have the word, but it's one I'm not allowed to say on stream.
Well, yeah. I don't have a suitable
a cluster something. You can work out the rest. But, yeah, this is a 2-1 score. Like, ultimately, we've got to the point sort of where we expected to be. It is FNATIC in the lead after winning the pistol, and now they're going to use this as more of their bonus round, although they do have a fair few rifles available to them. Thus far, though, they are just going A. You can almost see just on the other side of the map, Yumpy just like singing I'm Mr. Lonely, because no one has gone in that direction whatsoever. And once again, they're just going to be looking to clear things out. They got the Hunter's Fury. They are making sure that this time there is no risk, and even a man running through the smoke with a Bucky is not going to stop them this time.
I thought that my main point at the end of this round would be like, oh, we saw there the lineup for the snake bite, which was really nice outside a bathroom with the nade on top. It forced Link out of position. He got picked off. But in fact, the main point of question that I have is, what's I'm Mr. Lonely, and can you sing it for me now, Tom?
Absolutely not.
No.
It is a great song by Akon. Just Mr. Lonely. But the lyrics are. We'll move on. We're moving on from Akon. I think he's famous enough that people should know the reference, and either that or maybe I'm just old. But 3-1.
Could be that.
Yeah, that might be. I'm not even that old. I feel like I'm one of the younger people on this broadcast, which is surprising considering I look about 40. But 3-1.
He's only 38. Put his number up on screen right
Sue's
now.
actually 52. That's what people don't realize.
Oh, as you said, Tom, it is 3-1. FNATIC are in the lead despite a shaky. Let's use that word. Let's use the word shaky. That's a nice word. Start to this map. Team Liquid, they're on the full buy this time, and with the weaker weapons FNATIC have, you're talking a Spectre, a Bucky as well. It's not the end of the world. They can still take a lot of fights on range with those Vandals. They can try to close in the distance with smokes and cancel out the operator. And in fact, Yampy is playing B with that off, so they don't even need to worry about it per se. Showstopper pop. Link, ooh, he lets him go through, but that's just going to be communication to his teammates while he capitalizes on the kills. The showstopper pop, but nothing found. Mystic, the only one to find a kill here. Solka's still dancing around, and he's no, even cancels Viper's Pit, even goes for more, and it's damage. But it might not be enough, Tom. Yampy's the last alive. He has to pick up a Vandal to go for this retake, and that makes a cue, a sound cue. They know where he is. The flash to heaven confirms he's coming down below. He's already out, though. That heal that's currently in play. Yampy, he sees the head, but I think he's not being spotted. That's a kill on Adoma for free. A 1v1. Yampy is such a strong individual. No armor after going for that operator, but maybe he can get away with this kill. The headshot. Oh my God, that's a brave move. What the hell? He said a 1v1, and he just dash up draft. What was the plan, Tom?
You don't know the classic flying headshot? Like, God.
He thought it was an op. He must have thought that was an op. I don't know how, but he must have thought it was. Surely.
I don't think so. I think he's just insane, and I'm starting to enjoy it.
Hey, you seen back? I need that explained to me. Oh my God.
Well, he was going for the flying one tap. That was the plan. I don't care what you say. The plan was the flying one tap and to make sure that Magnum missed. That was the goal. I love the gall of the way that he plays this game. That is it. The stones this man has.
We've spoken a bunch about how he plays. We've backed it up with statistics. We've seen it again and again coming into the last two maps, but that still catches me off guard. My God, man. There is nothing that Yampy is afraid of. That's for damn sure.
Well, 4-1. FNATIC convert their lead. That was an investment as well. And again, a lot of the plays that are being made by Liquid are basically trying to like hide behind walls, hide in smokes. They're taking huge risks in an attempt to try and disrupt these afterplants. That's sort of what I think Yassine was getting at. Is more trying to deny them the opportunity to get into this position. We are going to see the Seekers thrown out, though. Now, in a round like this, it's basically to try and just clear out some of these closer angles, find out that information, and not allow any sort of response to come through from Liquid. They have made things a little bit more costly, but they are slowly cleaning things up and spotting the remaining couple of players on the other side of the map. They are going to use the teleporter to get themselves out of there. Now, Mystic is incredibly low on HP, and with Magnum down, there's no chance for that HP to come back.
And obviously with Mystic being 5 HP, he's going to play the heavy post plant. Good kill onto Solkus as he pushes through. I like the attempt. But this will probably be just a save from Cryptics. Even with the damage done, you're not going to want to risk that Phantom. By the way, a beautiful spam going on in Twitch chat. It's literally my favorite. But what the hell are both of these teams doing? I'm unranked and I could still compete better than these guys. It's like, I can't believe I'm being held back by my teammates this bad. Any orgs, feel free to DM me. I love that. So I'm Iron 1. It's my teammates. I've heard that a lot, mainly from Dinko and you, Tom.
I don't know what you mean. I love every teammate I have in matchmaking. In fact, they are all my friends now. Especially the ones that are muted and I'm not able to talk to.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Those are,
Love those guys. Real personalities.
Like even though they're not allowed to queue ranked, they're coming in and just muting themselves. They're like, nah, playing with music on and no game sound. Let's go. It's the way.
This is where I want to see a response from Liquid, though, Mitch. It's been all fun and games. We've seen some true insanity, but there's no real excuses anymore. The operator's back in play for Yumpy, although I will say, well, other than the rotation we just saw of them going to B, he hasn't had much to do because they haven't gone towards him. They have gotten towards the A site initially in almost every single round, and I wonder if that's just going to come in as conditioning later on. Much more of a default round out, though, and this time Durka, he's waiting on the other side, and well, with the shot coming through, I don't think he's going to peek that again.
I don't think so. No, that's kind of enough of a warning shot for you to learn your lesson. Link in the smoke. There's the barrel that's free as can be, and he's good to spam on it as well. Of course, having the Phantom, he can take those couple of bullets and try to grab a kill. Magnum shut down. Oh, FNATIC. This is a round that I didn't expect to go quite as convincingly, shall we say. Oh, Doma. That's such good damage. They know that he's up close, and so Link stands not a chance. The plan to come in, and this could leave them in a very good spot for post plants. Already, Mystic wants to go back and get the control, but look who's on the longest flank you've seen. Yampy coming around through Bath, but they want to reposition themselves. They're moving in towards, I presume, I thought it was the spawn, but no, they're going lamps. They're just grouped up inside of there.
And knowing that Liquid will probably expect them to be going for all of these lineup after plants, Yumpy's cleared all those positions, and I wonder if they're just going to be confused at this stage as to where they'll even be playing, starting to try and clear out the bathrooms, and the push comes back through. Yumpy, the dash again. He's been punished so many times for the dash into these positions, and now it's all up to Cryptics. They maybe expect him to be on the plant, but Doma with his spam ends up killing him in the smoke. It's another round for FNATIC, showing once again why they're so terrifying on these attack-sided rounds. And in this time, it wasn't even for what we would call the norm. It was more just for their adaptation when it came to the late rounds of not going for their normal play.
It's been a questionable round, let's put it that way. The way it started, man, it was like push through smoke, walk up in Bath. Walk up in Bath's a bit more acceptable because they were going to go for the mid burst anyways. But that really confused the hell out of me. Doma, the hero of the round, pulling it back. 6-1 we go. And as Team Liquid come in with what you would usually refer to as a weak buy, because they've got two judges, with how they've been using them so far in the last two maps, this is a full buy. About as full as it gets. Now, they know the judge is there, Tom. They know it. Surely they don't... Oh, he's facing them. You cannot predict what Yampy's going to do. It's not possible. Like, he plays just absolutely ludicrous game. He knows there's a rifle on the other side. He's going to peek it again. I can feel it. Look at him. Let him go.
It's definitely... It's something. I think that's the only way to describe it at this stage. It is something. It either works or it doesn't, and we're just going to have to live with that. Now, they finally decided to go B, Mitch. Maybe this will be the change that was needed from Liquid, because they do have the right players in the right positions. 3 waiting. The Seekers, though, and Yumpy's gone. He tried to play around the edge of the smoke. He was given away by the ultimate. Cryptic's playing a bit of an off angle, but, well, why change things, really? If one site's so trusty, so successful for you, why change things? The only real worry is the position of Soulcast. This could be a problem.
Oh, it definitely could be. They won't expect it. Link, oh, he's coming in behind them as well. They turn to deal with Soulcast and get a judge to the back. Link in trouble, but it might not matter. Magnum is the last man alive. Rez comes in. But Link being so low, that's... Oh, nice stuff, but no time. And especially not with the molly on the floor. That's it. The round is over. And it's been won out by Liquid. They've got a second on the board. Tom, I don't know if you've seen, but since I read out that spam, it's gone a bit wild. I think we need that one. You know, my mom gave me this laptop. It's overheating. Please stop the spam.
You've ruined chat, is basically what you're trying to say. You've
I'm
made
sorry.
it worse.
I would like to apologize to everybody.
The fact is, like, you're trying to rule a chat which is already completely controlled by Pansy. And, like, we talk about how Anders over in CS controls the simulation. Well, I am almost certain he controls all of the simulation except for Twitch chat, which is exclusively Rat Jam. So, 6-2. We see a response, but I'm not convinced by that round. It's one that comes through based off some solid positioning from Liquid, that's for sure. But I wonder if they can actually stop just a straight-up A take. And you know what? I think they're questioning that as well. It is a 4-man stack. They are putting the majority of their defense here. They have left Yumpy alone. Nope, not with an operator. Of course not. It's the Judge as the solo defender. If they were to make a play through Hookah, they'd probably be in quite a bit of trouble. But in this case, at least, it is looking like another A take.
It is indeed. Yeah, as you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And although it did kind of break down in the previous round, you're feeling that this time. Solkus up close. This is the perfect fight. This is exactly what he wants. The Wolf goes out. It's clearing it. Did it spot anyone?
I don't...
On my screen, it didn't. Possibly on the map, but I don't think it did.
Let's hope his vision is better than ours, because I don't think he saw anything either. So
he flashed it there and he got the info, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
He at least knows there's somebody there. Again, looking like this split. Now, Link has done well to at least make things awkward on this take. That's been the attempt, and this time Solkas, okay. It may be a Spectre, but this has gone flawlessly. They've lost a couple of players along the way, but now Durka has so little time. 15 seconds caught in a slow, and he doesn't have the spike eventually. Just trying to escape the clutches of his opponents. It screamed to put him down. Again, the start from Fnatic, almost flawless, but Liquid are clawing things back, just like we saw on the last map.
Let me just quickly clarify as well on that Wolf play that Solkus went for through bathroom. I'm sure there's going to be question around like, well, why did he jump so soon, right? Why did he go in for the dash? It's because he didn't clear the right side of the smoke, and he hadn't cleared close left. Someone could easily have walked through and just kill him while he's in the Wolf. So he had to do it pretty quickly when that smoke was down. I think it was a good play just to get the info. Like 9 times out of 10, if they're there as they were, he sees them. It's just he just got unlucky that time. But yeah, it was a good idea not to just stay in the Wolf. I like it. A 6-3. Team Liquid defense A side under threat. Oh, orbital strike, but no utility to block them out of lamps in the close left corner. So Solkus, he survives that easily. That's a big mistake. Good for... Oh, what? They traded those back and forth? I didn't expect that. That was an almost flawless peak. A flawless setup. And yet they're left at a man disadvantage. Yampy up drafting. This time he's got the knives to do the damage. But Scream's left alone. The one-tap king. He gets it after a few bullets onto Durka, lighting him down low. But Mystic comes in and challenges. The crown is his. 7-3. Oh my god. That was a Ferrari peak.
I don't even know if he meant to do that, because he ran through the teleporter afterwards. That was built, you're just like, you know, while I'm running away, I'll just tap one bullet at him and just see if he gets the kill. I really want to see that again. That was nuts. A response from Liquid to put them further back into the lead. They've won the half as a minimum, and we know that their attack side, it's definitely the stronger, if not one of the strongest of any of their maps. Again, Yumpy going to be left on this shotgun. I am genuinely starting to believe my own theory of the last map, that he has to get a certain amount of kills with the shotgun before he's allowed to get a kill with anything else.
I mean, that's it. He's got a quota. He has to get those kills. Otherwise, no, you can't. Like, it's like gun game for him.
He has to upgrade it.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like, he gets a few of the Vandal. It's like, all right, dude, go on, get the operator for a round. Once he dies, he has to go back to a shorty.
Your trail.
Liquid just...
Interesting. This is a fake. They've used the Seekers over onto the A site, but in reality, it is a push into B. The rotation, as said, we were looking at the conditioning of this team. And the fact is they've gone to the A site so often that you already see the rotation from Cryptix, although he has managed to get himself back. We're also going to see the Viper's Pit. That's an important kill, though. That at least garners them extra control. That's... Again, what? Just pushing all the way into the hands of Boaster. The control of Hookah is now gone, but the rest of the team has arrived.
Well, Cryptix, the spray with the Vandal, it's a dangerous thing, man. They see those tracers, they fire right back, but Scream catches one behind. That's a weapon to be retrieved. A 2v3, that's very, very winnable. And for Solkus, he still has a flash, still has the Wolf. Staying alive is going to be more important than finding a kill right now. He can play support for Scream as he goes out to make another 4K clutch. We've seen him do it in the past. Now the Wolf destroyed from long. That's his first target acquired and deleted right away. But now the support is gone. It's got to be all Scream. Showstopper heard, popped, but not finding a victim just yet. It's not being fired out. They don't even know he's long by the looks of things. They get the info eventually. Scream, I think his time is gone. Oh, they've actually let the Viper's pit fall. They didn't stand inside of it. It doesn't matter. Time is too low. Scream will just save this and try to make it as costly as possible for Fnatic. If they do come towards the teleporter, they're going into spawn. So we'll see them save over the weapons. 8 on the board for the attack. Oh, Mystic died. Okay. Still, I don't think it's going to affect them all too much.
Yeah, I think again we see the same usage as like some of the matches yesterday, where that ultimate was almost just used just to stop Scream from pushing. Like, he can't do anything there. If he goes running in, they hear the footsteps, there is a very small chance he survives the showstopper, and they don't even really go looking for any sort of kill. I also wonder if the Viper's pit was intentionally dropped just in case it was hiding inside it. But I think that was one of the only ways they lose the round, is the edge of the spike. They can't clear everything, so letting it drop gives them far more information, and the time had basically gone. So maybe it was, maybe it wasn't intentional. We will probably never know. More importantly though, Yumpy is getting aggressive once again, and it really has been 50-50. This time, unfortunately for Team Liquid, it has not gone his way again.
Yeah, I think the aggression there, it's not too bad. Just the timing and the guy already being up close box, not really read into that much. But as we said, timing is going to be one of the main struggles for Yumpy. He's got the individual skill, but learning the limits is the main problem. The old pop by Scream, big, but not only does Doma stop it, he even takes down Cryptix. The flash blinds up Solkus, who's able to follow through on the kill nonetheless. Man advantage, only ×1. This isn't amazing for Team Liquid, but it's workable. Solkus has maneuvered his way around the back of Elbow, but he's stomped like an elephant on his way, so they know he's up close. They should be ready, and indeed they are not, because Magnum seemed to be asleep on that kill. A Spectre swing, a good frag, and even though we have utility coming in, there's still plenty of time. Mystic is last alive, 1v3 at the... Oh, Scream, come on, man! Just ridiculous. He couldn't have spammed it anyways because of the wall, but for Scream to wallbang him, man, 8-4, Liquid holding on.
Yeah, I wonder if that was an intentional adaptation from Liquid as well, to try and hold onto the wall, because something they were doing in a lot of the previous rounds was to try and put it down on the A side of the map just to deny any mid control and give more of a chance for Link to battle. But after Fnatic started moving in towards B, it looked like they kept it. Now, the main point of that round was that, again, Scream just like toggled on and managed to headshot most of the people trying to hold on to their guns. But I do like the fact that they clearly had a plan. I don't know if it was used in an attempt just to stop him being able to spam, or if it was to try and deny any of the drops, but I think it was mainly just to try and stop any spam from Hookah in the latter stages. So good work from Liquid to finally get another round. Now we need to see them get off to a good start here, because if they lose the pistol, excluding maybe a risky force buy, they're going to be 10-4 down, and I would still expect the last few rounds to go to Fnatic.
Following the molly, I like this. All the way over towards the elbow. There's going to be a faster push from Team Liquid, dashing out towards the site for one. Oh, he goes back into the molly. That's so good, man. He didn't hear it go down because Doma was on long when it first landed, so he thinks he's free, and he's like, wait, what? Why am I on fire? Why am I losing health? What's going on? That's beautiful.
Boaster, though, has been able to find one back. We're seeing how deadly these upgraded pistols can be. The Frenzy's found one, the Ghost with another, the trade comes back, but Mystic has found one more. It's left all onto Soulcast, an instant headshot with the classic, but he's gonna need himself one more, and it can't quite come through. The execution, the idea, the plan from Liquid was almost flawless, but they don't win the duels. And I actually want to add a little bit, because they had 2 mollies. There was a second one actually on the right hand of the site, clearing out the other cubby as well. So it was a brilliant execution off of the molly that they had off of Scream, and the one that obviously came out from the Brimstone as well. But unfortunately, it just came down to the retake, and all the shots connected by Fnatic.
It's so good, though, because it got a kill there, but the purpose of that isn't to get a kill. The purpose is essentially the same as the hot hands they put down on the right. It's so that those players cannot be on those angles. You do not have to peek or be worried about a player coming out of elbow, because he can't. Not while that molly's activated. You saw what happened to Doma. But in this case, it served the secondary purpose of also killing Doma as he ran backwards and had no idea what the hell was going on. That's really, really smart. I love seeing utility usage like that. Generally, you would use a smoke, but that's taking it to the next level.
Oh, this round at least is looking like a more likely conversion than what we've seen previously. Not such a heavy investment coming out from Liquid, and they're going to have to try and pull off a miracle with the pistols. They really are making some pretty awkward angles for the side of FNATIC, though, forcing them into the corners, but the rotation's already here. Now, the spike yet to be planted. I almost wonder if it would be worth trying to double back, but they've even thought of that too, because there's a player still waiting in hookah. Yumpy, though, is actually the first one to get a kill. They've got to be careful here, Mitch. This is falling apart.
Yeah, it's all about Magnum, though. Look at that. He's holding them as they push out. The flash is there, and the kill awkwardly afterwards. Solkas left in a 1 versus 2, and Magnum with the big play that keeps them alive. Looking for double digits on the board, and only Solkas stands in the way with a Sheriff as he comes through that teleporter. Certain death awaits him, but hold on, that player's inside the Wolf. Now they know where he is, and the flash out opens the door for him, but, well, it's not a fight that he should be winning. A Spectre should take him down pretty quickly. You can see how cautious he is about the swing, but goes out at the wrong time. 4 kills for Magnum, saving what should have been a relatively easy round. I think it's worth mentioning, obviously, but... Yeah. In the end, they get it at least. And with a 10-4 lead, they don't have to sweat it too much.
Yeah, it's almost a shame that they kind of almost overthought it a little bit. Because it's one of those rounds where you can completely understand why Liquid went for the rotation, but you then have to look at the other side of the coin and think, well, the fact that FNATIC was so prepared for that to come through, you have to give props to Magnum, but take away the fact that they lost most of the jewels on the site itself. So... 2 rounds now that I think, in this half at least, Liquid could have taken. Like, the pistol, great idea. Unfortunately, the execution of the afterplan didn't work. And now, in this case, lots of opening picks, but Magnum's the hero of the round. So now they're looking at a 6-round deficit and only 3 needed for FNATIC to take home bind.
Give themselves that nice lead. You know, you look at it from this point forward as a BO3, and you've, in theory, you know, normally got the pocket picks out of the way, but Link Scream, hello. That's a nice start to the attack side for Liquid. Obviously, weak weapons for FNATIC. We have to keep giving that caveat up on top of the tube. That was almost a play from Boaster, but he spotted. And now, whoa, Mystic, okay, this game's still on. This round isn't decided just yet. Mystic, Durka, in with more. This is starting to look fantastic. What a retake already. Durka, the 1v1 versus Scream. Low on ammo, and he gets it done. A 3K. FNATIC walk away with the round win. What's going on, Tom?
Let's move on to Split. Let's move on. There's no coming back from that. They again, they had a flawless execution into the site. They get every single opener they needed. They win the battle on long. Mystic then does this, which, okay, sure, that's a bit of a blip on the radar, but Durka cleans 1 up with a shock dart and then gets the remaining 2 on a Spectre. Like, we talk about these huge individual plays yesterday coming out from the likes of Scream. You talk about Link as well, having a phenomenal performance. Yumpy added into the mix. They're now having to face the music themselves of the same thing happening to them. It's a little bit of karma.
Oh, what? Come on, man. Up comes Yampy. He's like, I'll avenge my fallen brother, but maybe you won't. The blast pack's buying space. The nade forces the push or the fall back, and indeed, it's the second one that comes on through. That wall, I don't know, was fully intentional. And we see Doma taking down Yampy. At this point, Liquid, they're going to have a hard time holding on to this. They try their best to hold on to it by just pushing straight on up. Yeah, it's not really worked out, has it?
I love that you can tell from Doma, this is one of those things of like, you tried to kill me with a shotgun. You are not killing me with a shotgun. Like, he was so ready for that swing every single time that Yumpy went for it. Even went in with the BM to spam him down with a shotgun, picked it up just to drop it again. But yeah, solid round as well from FNATIC. Like, these are the ones that you want to be keeping squeaky clean. And normally, again, in other FPS games, we talk purely about the economy of the actual credits. But in this game, we're also talking about ultimates. Now, sure, there's a fair few online. But if you'd given Yumpy the Blade Storm and added in the res for Link, that would have only been extra problems that they would have had to deal with in this round.
12-4. Flash comes out, and Cryptic's, well, he's not going to get into too much trouble for it. I'm almost like conditioned now by seeing like those flashes come out, any sort of aggression. I'm like, oh, yep, he's going to push out a hookah. I'm like, no, he's on the other side. Calm down. I feel like for FNATIC, it must be so much worse. Oh, Doma, that's a good position, but he's spotted. Now grabs 1. They don't know where he is inside this smoke. He's playing it sneaky and pops the showstopper. Oh, good. No! Oh! What's just happened? Cryptics, I thought he was dead for sure. Doma looked away, still got the kill and traded it out. That one was a real butt clencher in FNATIC. Well, they're going to have to rotate quickly to the A site because Team Liquid, well, they've made noise. They've taken the TPs, but hold on. Are they even going to go in? They might be going back through the teleporter, and I think they are. Around the world strategy, potentially. They've heard the players up close. They know that they're already here, but Durka using the sound to mask his steps. He gets a kill. They're up close already. The wall still provides an angle above for Magnum to take the fight. He's spamming it down and stopping them from planting. There's so much being done here to keep Team Liquid from being able to get that plant and pull a player back into the round, but now it's up and they're going to go and try to resurrect. But look, he's in the open. 3v1. I don't think this is good anymore. FNATIC had this in the palm of their hands, but that res has changed the course of the game with Mystic left to try and take the 1v3. He's got barely any ammo and no access into this.
He's hit some pretty crazy shots so far. The last retake began with him pulling off something we didn't really believe to be possible. The push through, though, from Link will end his life. A lot of ultimates used there for Liquid to make sure they get that through. I think also the minor detail of they actually stopped planting the spike to make sure they got that res off. It definitely had its risks behind it, but making that into a 3v1 was so worthwhile. I don't know, like, it definitely looks dicey. I'm not sure I'm completely impressed by a 360 showstopper. Like, I don't think that's, like, quite as good as a 360 no-scope, but it still looks pretty cool when Doma does it. Unfortunately, he loses his life. Also investing the Seekers as well, so both teams putting a lot into that round. Liquid, they're clinging to life, but they have still got a very long way to go.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? We're talking 7 consecutive rounds, and even this one, they don't get any sort of advantage in. Yampy, as we said before, it's basically a right. Oh, hold on, that molly. It's going to keep them out in the open. It's going to make them fight. The screen wants to initiate. Flash is coming around, blinding these guys up deep, and now they're pushing the side, taking advantage of these players locked out. This is so nice. Those guys pretty much, they have to take the TP or just keep on fighting, and TP it is. Free plant. Really well handled engagement by Team Liquid, and Yampy now has exactly the engagement he wants. He gets to hold up close. They're going to smoke so he can push inside of it. And hello and good night. He never expected. He also has his ult, and it's already popped.
Well, FNATIC know that an extra pick here could be so valuable, but it also gave a little bit of time. Magnum has made his rotation. The problem is there's not really any angle for him to fight on, and actually the peek comes out from Cryptics. That's all the information they need. They now know exactly where Durka is. They know where Magnum is. So if they lose this round, I'm not going to lie to you, Mitch, I'll be a little bit disappointed because they really shouldn't be in a position to lose it. Durka peeks out, the Wolf has to be killed, and Cryptics will close things out with the triple. It's a 6th round, although it was definitely a little bit too close for comfort. Some good utility usage from Liquid is going to help them through.
But it does just feel like delaying the inevitable, Tom, doesn't it? FNATIC, 6 rounds, 6 chances to close this out. And look at the investment that was made from Liquid in that. I mean, they had such a good read at the very start. Those hot hands used. I think Scream has used hot hands in better than anyone else I've seen.
No, he doesn't know how to. What do you mean? He doesn't feel comfortable in this age.
Yeah. Hasn't got a clue how to play him. He just has some of the best utility usage on that agent I've ever seen. But yeah, he should probably swap back. Probably play a Yoru instead.
No. 12-6. The climb back continues. Everest is becoming shorter by the second. Maybe one day Mitch will be able to climb it, although seems a little bit unlikely. Yumpy, he's just going to play contact in this round. Looking to try and make the play for the team. It is going to be an early trade, and he continues his push forward. The judges being pulled out for the other side as well, maybe looking for a little bit of revenge. Magnum in prime position. Yumpy is bitten by his own gun, and they're just going to have to Molotov off Magnum and try and get this into an afterplan. But there's a counter all themselves, and Magnum, he's actually going to run all the way through, but he gets hurt. He's turned into the maniac. Maybe it's the gun and not the man. Either way, a quick switch up, and actually the ice will use to block off the teleport. This will buy them an extra little bit of time, but the rotation from Doma is what worries me.
Yeah, the fact that he's right up behind them, the timing won't be expected. That's the perfect window to make this kind of a push. And there you go. Oh, he's missed, but with the judge, surely not. As Link is in a 1v3, this is looking to be done. FNATIC's map, we said it was from the very start. And they're just seconds away from proving that this is not one you want to play this team on. Boaster, fittingly the one to close it out. FNATIC take it 13-6 on map number 3. They put themselves 2-1 in the lead, Tom, and that is exactly what they needed because we've already spoken about it. The next map up is going to be shaky, but now FNATIC have got the leg up going into it. They don't need to worry as the man advantage, the map advantage